Welcome back to Jersey Matters. We come to you again from the Hillsborough home of candidate for governor, I can say that, Jack Ciattarelli. In the op-ed that we talked about before, you said the second most important thing that a future governor would have to address, and you would hope the current governor would address, is the business climate. You're a businessman. Explain the problems.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, we're never going to experience the type of economic development that leads to significant job creation in this state until we change the business climate. We were ranked dead last in the nation before Murphy took office. What did he do? He signed a bill that increased corporate business taxes. We took the worst business climate in the country and made it worse. There's a couple things I would do. Number one, I would eliminate the corporate business tax over a 10-year period, 1% a year, so we don't have this enormous cliff in terms of revenues in Trenton, but a very, very slow phase out of the corporate business tax. There's no room for it at the state level.
You know what's going to happen as soon as you do that. You're going to be attacked for saying, look, he's just giving money to the rich.
No, we're not giving money to rich. We're giving money to the middle class because those businesses will create more jobs and they will headquarter in New Jersey. Honeywell just moved out of Nutley to headquarter in North Carolina. They didn't move a lot of employees, but they changed their official headquarters to North Carolina. That means there's going to be a little bit less business activity in New Jersey because they're not headquartered in New Jersey. Another thing I would do is advocate for New Jersey adopting Delaware's bylaws with respect to corporate governance. As a small business owner, let's make the gain on the sale of a family-owned business tax-free. All those pizzerias and dry cleaners and what have you on Main Street at every one of the towns in this state, they help spur the economy. But then we're going to turn around and penalize them when they sell their business. Let them pay their capital gains to the federal government. But let's make the gain on the sale of a family-owned business tax-free. Those things alone would change the perception of New Jersey with regard to its business climate. We're dead last.
Now, the third thing you said was that of property taxes, and I know I can already tell how people are reacting to this. Oh, great, here we go again. Another politician saying they're going to bring down property taxes because they hear it every election and it never happens. So why are you different?
I'll tell you why, because people don't understand what truly drives property taxes, and poor mayors get the blame for it all, when we know that your property taxes are comprised of three parts: your municipal tax, your county tax, and the school tax. And that school tax is usually 60 to 70% of your property tax bill. And the reason it's so high in the vast majority of towns in this state is because of the way the state distributes the $15 billion in income taxes to support public education. And quite frankly, I'm tired. I'm tired of supporting millionaires in Jersey City and Hoboken. Why is it a $1.5 million house in Hoboken only pays $15,000 a year in taxes, when in my town it's $30,000? It's because of all the aid that we're sending to places like Jersey City and Hoboken. For 40 years, we've been supporting their schools. They've experienced revitalization. They can now pay their own way. Phil Murphy's first budget was the ultimate insult. It was status quo on school funding. We need to change the formula. After 40 years, the suburbs deserve that. How long are we going to make the middle class poor in the suburbs?
What was interesting is when Phil Murphy ran, he said he was going to raise taxes. He kept saying he's going to raise taxes. He's going to have a millionaire's tax. He was going to raise the corporate tax. And he won, and it seems like he won. And you can, well, first of all, there was redux after Chris Christie, and you had Donald Trump as president. So I understand the Republican brand was hurt. But it seemed like he won because he was hitting social issues big. He cared about women's health. He was going to have free college. He was going to have universal pre-K. These are issues that Republicans usually don't do well in. Do you think the Republican brand is hurt so much that it's difficult for a Republican to win in this state?
At that point in time, yes. I will tell you that my personal opinion is this. People many times in elections, it's not what they vote for, it's what they vote against. And the vote for Murphy was an anti-Christie vote. It was not an endorsement of Phil Murphy's agenda and fiscally irresponsible policies like pre-K for all or free community college that we cannot afford at this time.
So you're going to say there's no pre-K for all. When you run, you're going to say we're not going to do that.
We have pre-K right now that we put a lot of money into the budget for. I would start to use a voucher program. Why is it that millionaires in Hoboken get to send their kids to pre-K for free? Shouldn't we take that same amount of money and create a voucher program for the most needy?
What about community college?
No, we do not need this at that point in time. We have one of the best community colleges in the state right here in Somerset County. And for less than $8,000, you can get an associate's degree. It's paid 1/3 by the county taxes, 1/3 by the state, and 1/3 by tuition. I think in light of everything we're up against in New Jersey, That's a fair deal. If you're a pensioner and the trust fund is supposed to go broke in less than 10 years, are you going to advocate for free community college at this point in time? We're making promises we can't keep.
Polls show that Republican candidates do poorly among especially single women. And one of the reasons is because of being pro-choice, pro-life. Where do you come down on that? And will, like, for instance, Chris Christie cut the funding for Planned Parenthood. Phil Murphy brought it back. Where would it stand under a Governor Ciattarelli?
I don't think it's a pro-life, pro-abortion issue. I think it's much more than that with regard to our poll numbers amongst women, minorities.
It's a big part of it. With women, single women, that's not a big part of it?
It's a part of the calculus. It's a part of the calculus. I'm someone who's personally opposed to abortion, but I'm not someone who's in favor of overturning Roe v. Wade.
How about funding for Planned Parenthood?
With respect to what Planned Parenthood does for women's health, but there needs to be separation. I think a great many people have trouble with the fungible taxes that are used in clinics that are also performing abortions. Across the board, people have trouble with that. But I want to get back to what you're saying about the women's vote. They want to hear what Republicans have to say about things like healthcare, the environment, education, gun violence, all these issues, immigration. We're not speaking to those issues. Any Republican candidate who stands up today and basically says, I'm for lower taxes and small government, you're going to lose.
Republicans across the country feel like they have a winner with abortion because they believe the Democrats have gone too far in states like New York, and the recent vote in Congress to say that a viable fetus that survives an abortion can't be brought back to life. In Virginia, the governor speaking there. You don't think that they feel like that's a winner in a national presidential election, and in some of the other states, you don't feel like that's a winner here to bring up the abortion issue as a Republican?
I think national politics and New Jersey politics are two very, very different things. I know this across the board. No matter where it is that you stand on the abortion issue, you have a problem with Andrew Cuomo lighting up the Empire State Building pink to celebrate new abortion laws. We're not celebrating abortion. Should it remain legal? Yes. Should there be few? Yes. Should it be safe? Yes. But let's not be celebrating abortion. Across the board, that's what I find with people.
Wonderful. When you officially run, can we talk again?
Heck yeah, look forward to that.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Larry.
Jack Ciattarelli, former candidate for governor, probably current candidate for governor, but will come back when he declares officially. Jersey Matters continues right after this. Still to come on Jersey Matters, sentencing day for one of the key figures in the Bridgegate scandal, and we're there. That's next on Jersey Matters.